Hello livestock entrepreneurs. Today I thought of a topic that we need to discuss, and the topic is about effective reproduction management and the economic benefits of operating or operationalizing an efficient reproduction management program. And here I want to hinge it on embracing a systematic breeding program. What are the benefits of a systematic breeding program, or what are the benefits of running an estrus synchronization program? In that way, I'll take you, I want you to look at something. We all know that we venture into livestock farming for the sole reason of earning out of whatever we do, or earning out of whatever we invest in. Here I'm talking about ventures that are related to cattle farming. I'm looking at dairy production and also beef production. But today I think let's concentrate on dairy production. Why should a farmer invest in a synchronization program, that is estrus synchronization program? There are a number of reasons, and to start with, I want to give you an example. Assume you're having a number of animals on the farm. For a dairy farmer, you know that your main source of revenue is going to be from the sale of milk. Now, from the sale of milk, that means that you want your animals, whatever number of animals, to be producing milk on a daily basis for a period of 305 days. That is the lactation period. Now, let's also standardize our discussion. We want milk production for 305 days in a period of 1 year. An animal to give you milk means that it should have given birth to a calf, and here I mean a live calf. I'm not talking about calves that have died, and yes, obviously the animal will still give you milk even if the calf died, but we are praying that the animal stays alive, that is, the calf stays alive. Now, if you want milk production for the 305 days, that means an animal must have conceived, gone through the pregnancy period, and then delivered a calf. So what am I trying to say here? Estrus synchronization helps us or improves the efficiency of our animals to be able to conceive and give you a calf every year. We all know that if you want a calf to be produced every year, that means that our animals must conceive within a period of 60 to 90 days, that is post-calving. We also know that if an animal fails to conceive within the 60 to 90 days, that means it's going to extend the period under which it will get pregnant to the subsequent year. Extension of this period before the animal gets pregnant, that means as a farmer you're making losses. So what am I saying? Embracing estrus synchronization as a tool that will enable your animal to conceive within the shortest period of time after it has calved down is a very important tool. In other words, this tool is going to help you raise or give you it's going to support you in milk production, increasing milk production on your farm. So let's go back to the economic benefits of embracing estrus synchronization as a reproduction management tool. To start with, like I was telling you, when you embrace estrus synchronization, that means because this is timed estrus, that means that a human being is in control of the period of time under which this animal is going to conceive. So when you embrace estrus synchronization, that means you guarantee your animal to conceive within the first 60 to 90 days First 60 to 90 days, that means the animal will be able to give you a calf within the 365 days. Secondly, when you embrace estrus synchronization, that means that on a herd where you have a number of animals, it is always possible to have some of your animals acting as silent breeders. And because we are entrepreneurs, we are people that are interested in maximizing utilization of our animals as factories for milk production and production of calves. This animal that has calved down has produced a calf, and the window period through which it should conceive again is between 60 to 90 days. 60 to 90 days means that this animal will be able to give you another calf within a period of 1 year from the last calving. But if you extended this period to over 90 days, it is possible that your animal will not be able to give you a calf within a period of 1 year. So what does it mean? It means that if you embraced estrus synchronization, then the inducement of these hormones, the use of hormones, is going to help the animal actually cut down on the days open. The days open mean that instead of spending more than 60 to 90 days, because of controlled breeding with use of hormones, your animal is going to be able to breed within the 60 to 90 days. I'll give you an example. Assuming that this animal took another 30, 60 days without conceiving, that means that you're spending money on an animal that is non-productive for the additional 30 to 60 days. Assuming that you're spending 10,000 shillings or maybe $3 on that animal per day, when you multiply the amount of money you spend on this animal per day for the number of days it has gone beyond the 60 to 90 days, those are losses, because you're expecting this animal to have gotten pregnant, and then through a period of 9 months it will be giving you another calf. But if it fails to conceive, that means you're extending the period under which it should have calved down and also initiated milk production for another cycle. Then secondly, the other importance of estrus synchronization is that because these animals have a certain lifespan under which they spend on the farm, if the animal does not conceive within that period of 1 year, for the maybe 5-7 years it will be on the farm where you'll be feeding it and spending on it and even paying workers to take care of it. If it doesn't conceive within a period of 1 year, that means that at the end of the day, at the end of its reproductive life, you'll find that you have spent a lot of money in managing it. The other point is that when we induce or when we use estrus synchronization, that means that we are eliminating the variations we are eliminating the variations under which these animals are conceived. Because if you aren't practicing estrus synchronization, that means that these animals are going to be giving birth at different periods of the year. But when we practice estrus synchronization, that means that we are going to pull all these animals that have conceived at different times of the year into a certain period of the year, like within a period of a month. That means that you're going to have more animals getting pregnant within a specified period of time, and then at the end of 9 months you're going to expect all these animals to be calving down within the same period of time. What does that mean? That means that because you have now a number of animals giving birth at the same time, then at the end of the day, even your milk production, family production, is also going to increase. When you increase milk production, that at the end of the day, you're also increasing your revenue base. At the same time, because these animals are calving down at the same time, that means you have a batch of calves being produced. these calves are going to grow at the same time. And when it comes, for example, when it comes to selling off maybe breeding heifers, then the farm will be able to collect more revenue from the batch sales. Or if it is sale of breeding bulls, for example, if many of the calves were bulls, then that means that still the farm will have a number of breeding bulls to sell off. In that way, you'll be collecting more revenue than a farmer who wasn't practicing estrus synchronization. Then the other point in embracing estrus synchronization is that because detecting heat is a challenge to the farm workers, so that means that these farm workers are going to be spending a lot of time in heat detection. But if you practiced estrus synchronization, that means these farm workers will concentrate the activity or the need to detect heat in a period of time with the help of the hormones. That means that these animals are going to be bred within a period of time, and then the same workers will now have more time to concentrate on doing different activities on the farm.